Hello and welcome. This is part 2 of our PAW Patrol headquarters. Actually surprised myself, this is doing pretty well. To be honest, I don't doubt my building capabilities, to be honest. Purely because with a Mickey Mouse house, once you get on the go, you just... The difference is I'm trying to cut out the mistakes in this one. Purely because I don't want yourselves to be watching. I mean, there is mistakes in it, where I've had to knock out a block and then put one back. That's the nature of it. But at least you haven't had to watch me like I'm an R over actual levels. So, yeah, it's actually working out pretty well. I think it's going to be a great building. I'm trying to keep it not mahoosive, but so I'm sort of limiting myself on how high we go with it, purely because I want it usable, so even if you're in survival, you can still use the building. If you're not in survival, even better. But personally, I want the building as usable as possible. You want to go in and be able to go up levels rather than have to do the Superman upper levels. Every now and then you will get a glimpse of my other building. I've essentially built this twice. The other one is not as good. It was used as reference. Basically I used that for my mistakes, what not to do, essentially. And yeah, it's worked out pretty well. I mean, the other one is still in pillar quartz pillar. I've changed the blocks on this one. Personally for me, I want my finished building to look as close to the real thing, and pillar just wasn't doing it for me. So I've changed over to quartz block. It took me quite a while to knock it down. I did say in the last one, it was a thing of preference if you wanted to or not. Definitely not what I had done in the end. I mean, you still can, but essentially it would have mixed with materials, which I didn't want. Plus, when you actually look at the PAW Patrol building, you actually don't have any lines in it. In fact, effectively it's a cartoon, so it's kind of almost plastic, you know what I mean? So I've tried to stick as close as possible. The shield, I'd be interested if you have any ideas on if we can improve on that. Like I say, guys, don't be holding back on ideas. I actually love hearing ideas. For me, it helps us improve. See my Blue Peter turn, like, here's one I made earlier. But the problem is the one I made earlier isn't accurate. There's a lot of changes in this one, because like I say with the other one, but it's like a test run. I've used that one to reference to this one. I know where I've gone right. I've kept what I've done right, put it into this one. What I have essentially done wrong, I had to take out. Now guys, I used the grey one here. I should have used the white one really. But it keeps the shield minimal. We could go massive and put a few blocks in there to create the paw, but the size of the shield is essential to the size of the build really, and that's, for me, it's a problem. I want the building as usable as possible. The higher it gets, the more of a challenge it's going to become to use it. So that's why I've done it personally. I mean, if obviously if you guys want to improve on that, please do. I mean, if you do improve on it, even after the whole build, let me know. Let me know how you got on with it. Because I'm always up for improving my builds. It's the same as when I use other people's builds. I like to look at it. If I see something I feel that can be improved on or works better for me, I will do that. Purely because it is essentially that's the way it should be. Now guys, this is fidgety. I hate stairs. I really hate stairs. Now you want to come inside the block, if you know what I mean. Always take a step inside before taking a, don't take a step outside. See, like I've done there, I haven't come outwards, I've gone inwards. Sometimes it doesn't click in your brain, you think, oh, come outwards. But if you do that, essentially you've put 3 blocks all wrong. Rather than just one if you go wrong. Stairs are just such a pain. I mean, you've got to do this again in a while. Upside down stairs. I hate using stairs upside down. They just don't want to behave, do they? It's like the naughty block of Minecraft. That and wood that doesn't want to lay sideways. Pain, but worth it. I suppose without these problems you wouldn't appreciate it when your building does go up eventually. But guys, I will leave it to it. Hope you enjoy. Part 3 will be with you very soon. It is already done pretty much. I'm just trying to keep it short enough episodes for you to take it in, watch them, and essentially I hope you enjoy it, to be honest. Put a lot of effort into trying to get this as close as possible, and it does take a little while, but it's worth it essentially. Guys, same with the blocks. Don't go onto the stairs, come outwards. You really need to come outwards, inwards, sorry, because you want to be layering the tower rather than I mean, I did wonder whether to add a few more layers to the centerpiece. But the problem is when you look at the actual building, it isn't a fact of like it disappears inwards for a while. It actually just does it in one place. So I didn't want to add too many layers. Essentially just trying to keep it as close as possible, as usable as possible. Pretty much like I done with the Mickey Mouse house, to be honest. Because like for me it's got to be simple to a point. Mainly so my boy can use it. You can have fun with it as well. And it isn't a challenge to do anything. Right guys, I will leave it to it. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you feel I can improve on anything, please let me know. That goes for the video and for the building. And yeah, happy building guys. I look forward to hearing some feedback, seeing what you're doing with it. If you feel that we can do anything else with it, or if you want to do anything else with it, or you want anything else done with it, if you know what I mean, made specifically to go with it, we will try and do the kennels. We will get them done. I know there is the garage. We will do the garage, but the problem is, like, I'm obviously on creation mode, so I'm only gonna have like 3 levels I can go under. Essentially, gonna need extra levels to have it completely accurate. Now I've got no problem going a bit forward. Like once I've finished, I'll be knocking down the other one, and I will then do the drives and then the garage underneath, and like the hideout sort of thing. But yeah, in creation mode you obviously only got 3 layers, so you're gonna have to sort of build up at some point in front to then drop down, if that makes sense. It's not an issue to me, but it's I'm more thinking of yourselves, so like, it's not going to be flat and then straight down. If you're on survival mode, or you're on a in a creative map but not completely even, you're not going to have the issues. But because we are playing on creative mode, or I am anyway, I've only got those 3 layers to play with, so I'm probably essentially going to need probably 5. So I'm going to go down the 3. When I come out in front, I'm going to need them extra 2 layers. So I don't know. We still do it. We'll get there. It's not an issue at all. Sorry guys, I have been rambling. In fact, I have spoke all the way through this film, which is quite unusual, and I hope I'm not giving you a bad feed off the mic. Yeah, thanks for watching guys. Hope you found it quite usable, and hopefully you know, got yourselves half of your build pretty much. We will go into the interior. I'm doing it again. I'm rambling again. What am I doing? Sorry guys, I'll leave you to it. Thanks for watching.